Welcome to the Killer Innovation Show, the longest continuously produced podcast in history. Each week, Phil McKinney brings you the insights and strategies to amplify your creativity and innovation skills. Here's your host, Phil McKinney.
You've just lost 37 minutes of your life. That's how long the average person spends thinking a single important decision. Multiply that by thousands of decisions we all make per day, and you're losing weeks of your life each year to mental paralysis. Think about your last major decision. How many hours did you spend running scenarios and second-guessing yourself and imagining the worst-case scenarios? Now, how many nights did you lose sleeping, weighing options that in the end probably wouldn't have made an ounce of difference? Now, let me run you through a scenario. Let's call this person Alex. Now, Alex is just a representation of all of us. Me, you, all of us. Alex knows this trap well. Imagine Alex sitting at his desk in the morning, staring at his to-do list. 10 tasks glare back at him. He's thinking to himself, should I start with the urgent email? But the presentation's due tomorrow. Maybe I should outline that report first. 30 minutes later, he hasn't started any of them. His mind is still cycling through all the possible ways to structure his day. Look, we've all been there. Whether it's prioritizing tasks, choosing where to invest our time, or deciding what to work on first, overthinking can turn simple decisions into literally mental marathons. But what if you could make these decisions in just 90 seconds? That's right, 90 seconds. Think of your brain as like a smartphone battery. Each decision drains just a little bit of power. Scientists call this decision fatigue. But there's more happening under the hood. Meet your amygdala, the brain's anxiety center. When faced with decisions, it can trigger a fight or flight response. Your brain treats choosing between tacos and sushi like it's a life or death situation. That is not helpful in our modern life with all of the information and decisions we have to make. In fact, research shows that we make around 35,000 decisions daily. Most don't need analysis, yet we often treat every choice like we're defusing a bomb. Enter the 90-second rule. The concept is simple. Make non-critical decisions within 90 seconds or deliberately defer them with a specific timeline. So why 90 seconds? Well, 90 seconds I have found is long enough to consider the basic factors, but short enough to prevent analysis paralysis. Think of it as speed dating for decisions. So here's the basic frame route. 1, start your mental timer. 2, consider your main criteria. 3, make a choice. 4, move on. It's that simple. If you can't decide in 90 seconds, it might be a decision that does need more time. And that's fine. Schedule it for later. But don't let it hang over you like a storm cloud. So let's talk about some real-world applications. Here's a couple different situations. Think about it at work. I don't know. Deciding which email to answer first, 90 seconds. Choosing between 2 meeting times, 90 seconds. Picking that font for your presentation, definitely 90 seconds. Strategic planning for your next quarter, schedule dedicated time later. What about your personal life? What to wear, 90 seconds. In my case, it's 5 seconds. I've done a previous show on cognitive load where I talk why I have a monochromatic color palette for my clothing, why I always wear black. So for me, it's 5 seconds. I'll give you 90 seconds. Where to eat lunch? 90 seconds. Which movie to watch? 90 seconds. Which house to buy? That needs proper consideration time. Schedule it. Now let's talk about your creative projects. Picking a blog post topic, 90 seconds. Color scheme for your website, 90 seconds. Your Instagram filter, please, definitely 90 seconds. The ending of your book that you're writing that's going to be published, take your time with that one. Now, there are some common objections to the 90-second rule. Let's walk through them. I've heard these all have been emailed me and sent to me before. But what if I make the wrong choice? For non-critical decisions, a wrong choice rarely matters in the long term. Did you pick the wrong sandwich for lunch? You'll have another chance tomorrow. What about some decisions need careful thought? Absolutely. The 90-second rule isn't for major life decisions. Use it for small stuff that clogs your mental bandwidth, prevents you from really exercising your thinking skills. Well, I'm the kind of person, I need to consider all the options. Well, consider this. Extra time rarely leads to better decisions for simple choices. It just adds stress and wastes your energy. And then, what if I regret my quick decision? Remember, the energy you save makes you sharper for important decisions. A few minor regrets beat decision paralysis each and every time. So, how do you implement this? How do you put this into your life? So, here is your 90-second game plan. 1, start small. Begin with lunch choices. Move to outfit decisions. I've prioritized my lack of wanting to make decisions about my outfits decades ago. Drives my wife crazy, but I only spend 5 seconds in the morning figuring out what I'm going to put on. What about the work task prioritization? So if you start with lunch choices, then you work with your outfit decisions, then you start applying the 90-second rule to your work task prioritization. 2, use some tools. Set an actual timer on your phone. Set 90 seconds. Keep a journal. However you want to think about making that decision, document how you did it. And then later on, was that a good decision or a bad decision? And then also track how much time you save by sticking to this 90 seconds rather than spending 30 minutes with all these things swirling around in your head. 3, create decision categories and then assign the decisions to each of these categories. So 90-second decisions are everyday choices. Where am I going to go to lunch? What am I going to wear? Which email should I read first? Quick but scheduled. These need some thought but are not urgent. So the quick but scheduled I need to spend more than 90 seconds, but they're not overly urgent. Deep consideration. These are major life decisions. You need to have dedicated, uninterrupted time to make those decisions. The 5th step in implementing your 90-second rule, practice the rapid method. What do I mean by the rapid method? R stands for recognize the decision type. Is this something I can do in 90 seconds, or is this something that is going to require more time? A, for assess. What's my basic criteria? How to make the choice as to which one? P, pick your choice. Pick one. I, implement, do it. Make the decision. And D, don't look back. Right? So, rapid. R-A-P-I-D. The important one here is do not look back. Make the decision, move on. And number 5, build support systems. Share your goals with your friends about being more decisive and making faster decisions. Find an accountability partner. Maybe you have a close friend or somebody at work or somebody that you talk about these kinds of things with, and they're struggling with how do you make decisions quickly. Then find an accountability partner and share with them, and maybe have them implement the 90-day at the same time. And then celebrate those quick decisions when you make them. So some of the key takeaways on this. Time is your friend. Use that 90-second timer. Trust your initial instincts. And remember, Done is better than perfect. 2, categorize those decisions. Create your decision hierarchy. Post it somewhere visible, like next to your desk or in your phone. And then review and adjust as needed. What are those priorities? How do I set priorities? 3, track your progress. Note the decisions. Monitor your stress levels. Are you feeling less stressed? And then celebrate your time saved. 4, build the habit. Start tomorrow. Use it for, 3 small decisions tomorrow morning. And then increase this usage gradually. And then 5, share and learn. Tell others about your system, learn from their experiences, and then adjust your approach as needed. I'm not saying that this is the perfect way to be decisive and move forward. I'm borderline ADHD. My wife would say I'm not even borderline. I am ADHD. And I will spin myself up before, and if I have to push myself to make decisions. The 90-second rule is a rule that I apply to myself. Try it. It may be helpful for you. And then adjust. So what are your next steps? As we just talked about, pick 3 decisions that you'll make tomorrow using the 90-second rule. 2, set that timer on your phone. 3, start with your breakfast choices. 4, just keep a simple log for 1 week. 5, review and adjust your approach. Remember, the goal is not perfect decisions. It's better decisions through reduced overthinking. Every time you make a quick choice, you're building a stronger, more decisive you. So start your 90-second journey tomorrow. Your future self will thank you. Trust me, you will thank you for all the time and energy saved and that stress. After all, life's too short to spend 30 minutes picking a sandwich. So what's your first 90-second decision going to be? Hey, thanks for being part. I know this is a quick one, wanted to get it out, but I thank you for being part of this growing community of leaders and innovators. Your presence here makes a difference, and I'm grateful for each and every minute you've spent with me today. If you found value in this approach to defeating overthinking, please share it with somebody who might be struggling with decision paralysis. Sometimes all it takes is one idea to transform someone's daily life. If you want to support more content like this, consider joining our channel membership, where you'll get exclusive access to the monthly live stream and Q&A sessions I host, decision-making templates, priority topic requests. If you're a member, people are sending me suggestions for new topics, such as this one today. You get behind-the-scenes content and access to the members-only community discussions over on Discord. For those who prefer, rather than joining here in the channel under the join button, you can go over to Patreon, click the link in the description below. But remember, every 90 seconds counts. Let them count together. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Podcasting nonstop since 2005, this has been the Killer Innovation Show on the Innovators Network.